what is up guys? So I'm back and today going to be tackling an issue you guys might have seen pretty much appear all over Twitter and has made its way into people's Facebooks, other people's comments in their videos, on YouTube, prevalent. A lot of people have made videos about this. So what exactly am I talking about? Well, I did one video on this and was kind of loosely mentioned in there, but now ever since then it's kind of exploded into a big thing. So I'm going to put that video right here, let's say, in case you guys want to watch it. And it's Batman v Superman, Rotten Tomatoes critics, and bias Marvel. Okay, make of that what you will. But this recently came kind of to heads on Twitter and exploded, and it mainly involves one person. And this person I mentioned in my last video would be Grace Randolph. You guys might have heard of her. She used to be Marvel's The Watcher. You know, like the woman that would represent everything. She was in all their videos and stuff. And I believe it was in 2011 she got fired. Ever since then, she's had her own channel. That's great. Let me preface this. Most of you know I talk about this on the podcast. Some of you don't. I don't watch anything. I don't listen to anything. I don't watch other YouTubers. There's only two YouTubers I follow. You guys might know of these. One is a fitness channel. One is, I'll just name him. It's Razor Fist, okay? Razor Fist is great. I think he makes great content. I follow him. And also, to an extent, there's his friend, A. Salieri. I follow him, too, because I think they're funny. They do some good gaming videos. That's it. I hold in my own sphere. I don't like to see what other critics say. I don't like to care about what other YouTubers say. It's very rare that I'm going to go look at another video. And if I do, it's usually one of the people I do like that's made a video similar to a subject I'm talking about. Because I like to stay in my own world and I like to not have my perception changed. And it's just I don't like watching content. I know that's hard to kind of believe, but I don't like watching stuff. So it's a certain thing I have. And I kind of just, go out there. So Grace Randolph made some claims in her Batman v Superman video, which I did watch her review of it. And there was one thing I don't agree with at all, but, that's her opinion and she's okay to have it. Comparing Batman v Superman to a Stanley Kubrick-esque level of filmmaking. Stanley fucking Kubrick. Sure, whatever. Yeah, Batman v Superman. Let's correlate that to Stanley Kubrick's work. Let's clearly 2001 masterpiece right there. Equivalent to Batman v Superman. Whatever. It doesn't matter. That's her opinion. That's cool. That's cool. But you'd think it would stop there. She has her own opinion. She's a critic that likes it. Many critics don't. That's cool. Whatever. But no, this kind of came to heads recently. And this is kind of in a build-up that I want to talk about. Ever since Batman v Superman, there was originally the, fuck Marvel Jason Momoa signature, okay? It's a joke. But then the movie comes out, and Warner Brothers executives and people involved with the movie, most notably Ray Fisher, who is, of course, Cyborg, and Jason Momoa, who is Aquaman, both saying, oh, fuck the critics, man, the movie's great, they don't know shit. One, you guys are representing a official, you guys represent the company. Including these Warner Brothers executives are like, oh, the movie's not made for critics, bro, it's made for the fans. Okay, whatever. That's the tone you want your studio to represent. That's cool. That's your own volition, right? That's fine. That's cool. Whatever. Fight your own battles, whatever. But you're coming to heads with fans and critics. Many, keep this in mind, many of the fans on YouTube, like myself, are also YouTube critics. None of us are official guys that get there on Rotten Tomatoes, but we do have a following where people reference us to see our reviews, such as Civil War, Batman v Superman. There's my review comparing the two movies. See them? Right there? There they are. So, these movies are made to be compared because the studio themselves have compared these movies and went after each other. You see how they're allowed to be compared? Which brings me to my next topic, is where Grace Randolph gets involved. She was going all about how you shouldn't be allowed to compare these movies because we're all biased Marvel critics. think about what you're saying. All those people are just biased, right? Even the ones that want to, like Man of Steel, they're all just biased now. We're all just biased. Wouldn't you be the biased one? You were fired by Marvel. You're defending everything DC. You're insulting everything Marvel. I still remember the first ever video I saw from you where people were like, hey, Armin, have you checked out this video? I'm like, no, I don't fucking know who the hell this person is, and I don't give a shit. They're like, no. We know you like Sebastian Stan a whole lot. Check out this video. In a video where she says she doesn't know if Sebastian Stan could ever take over the shield and reigns as Captain America because he's not attractive enough. Bitch, you fucking serious? That was my exact reaction. I was like, dude, who the hell is the... Okay, but whatever, that's... Sure, she doesn't find him attractive, whatever. Sebastian Stan, great fucking dude, right? Great, I think he does a great job. Amazing Winter Soldier, that's... Whatever. Anyway, isn't that a bias then? You can't watch Civil War then because you clearly have something against this actor. Just like we apparently can't watch Batman v Superman compared to Civil War because we have something imaginary against DC and Warner Brothers. I don't know where you're coming from. But anyway, everything kind of comes to head on Twitter. Everything fucking does come to head at Twitter, because that's what Twitter's there for. Twitter isn't there to be able to just get out your thought. Twitter is there to put out your thought and then get insulted, because that's what happens, right? So this is where it really came to heads. She retweeted a picture of John Campea. Once again, no disrespect to Campea. I've seen a few of his videos. I don't agree with the majority of it. That's great. I'm sure he's a fine guy. That's cool though. I don't care. Once again, I don't watch many people on YouTube, so I don't know his whole consensus on everything. But you get to this moment where she retweets a picture of someone tweeted at her of John Campea at the premiere, and she puts a bunch of money signs and a thinking face being, after saying that critics are biased, insinuating that he's paid off. So now you're targeting the man's integrity. Now, as I've said, I don't know John Campea. I don't know what his integrity is, or maybe, I'm not saying he is, but who the hell knows? Maybe he was paid off. He probably wasn't. I mean, let's face it, a bunch of us YouTubers, we didn't get anything prior to seeing Civil War. We did get a giant box filled with DC stuff from DC Comics. I'm not saying they were trying to pay us off, because they clearly weren't. It was at the end they were saying, hey, give Batman v Superman a great score, but timing of events. So, can we make that correlation? And I still didn't like Batman v Superman. I loved Civil War, but Civil War had a lot of the same elements moving that Batman v Superman does. So when she's insinuating that maybe John Campea was paid off, that's wrong. If you know nothing about the guy, one, you're not just taking a picture of him, you're putting his wife out there on blast because she's in the pictures with him. That shouldn't happen either. What the fuck does his wife have to do with anything? If you're going to go after someone, just at least picture of him alone, right? You don't have to put his family in this. No one's family should ever get involved into a personal matter. If if someone's standing right here and we're talking, it should be man to man, man to woman, doesn't matter what it is. Don't ever bring their family into it. If you do, that's scummy. You lost the argument because you can't win just targeting them. So you're bringing their family in. And maybe that wasn't intentional. Maybe you didn't go after them intentionally, right? Maybe you didn't mean to do that, but his wife was in there, so now people are like, oh, of course they're paid off. But this is what always happens, right? This has happened to me. Someone can't win an argument because they're a bitch, and then they come out swinging at the family fences because they're pathetic. This happens all the time. Why is this a thing? he doesn't like Batman v Superman as much as Civil War. Mind you, John Campea really likes Batman v Superman. So why the fuck was he brought into this? Mind you, a lot of us don't. So why does that automatically mean that we are somehow paid off or bought off or Marvel biased or whatever? And need I remind everybody that's watching this, my top 5 comic book movies in order. And I want you to pay attention to this and tell me how many are Marvel Studios film. Number 1, X-Men First Class. And remember, I hate Fox. I'm fucking biased against Fox. I never give them a chance. Number 2, Spider-Man 2. Number 3, Blade 2. Number 4, Spider-Man 1. Number 5, Batman Begins. Where are the Marvel Studios? Do you want me to go over the next 5? Because you're going to find only one Marvel Studios film there, and that's going to be The Winter Soldier sitting at number 10. So where does this consensus of all these guys, including myself, which people just toss my way as, oh, they're just biased. Where does this consensus that we're biased come from? Just because we don't want the same crap that you do. And I'm not referencing crap as Batman v Superman. I'm just saying the same crap that you like, generalizing crap and whatever the fuck you like, it's whatever. Why is this even an issue these days? It's clear, and you go on there on your Twitter and you're saying, well, this is my opinion, this is how I see it. Well, it's my opinion, I didn't like the movie. It's Campea's opinion, he didn't like the movie. And it's that guy's opinion, he did like the movie. So what's happening here? If we're all in a loop saying, hey, look, we all have an opinion, then why is one person going, fuck your opinion, fuck your opinion? You're wrong. You're fucking wrong because you don't like the movie. No. We're sitting there with our critical mind looking at this movie going, wow, Batman v Superman, let's see what it tackles. Introducing a ton of new characters, hero versus hero, someone in the background that may or may not be pulling strings, we don't know. Bringing family into this. Oh, and a great fight. Okay. What's Civil War have? Hero versus hero. Somebody that may or may not be pulling strings. A great fight. Personal family matters. Introduction of brand new characters. There's 6 points of topic right there. That is an exact correlation to one another. So, why should we not compare the 2 movies that are literally going head-to-head, that were going to go head-to-head as early as this time last year before DC jumped dates to Marvel? When, at the time, Warner Brothers was literally the people saying that this is their version, this is going to be it, this is going to be their Avengers. They've made the correlation themselves. You have the director of the movie going, well, Batman v Superman are iconic. They're no flavor of the week, Ant-Man. They invited themselves to the comparison even if they didn't want to. Do you see what I'm saying? Does anybody see what I'm saying in the comments below? You can tell me if you see what I'm saying here. Maybe I'm fucking John Cena and you can't see me. This is just a fucking blank wall. But I'm literally just stating you fact right now. The studio's invited for the comparisons. The actors have trashed the critics and fans that don't like the movie. So at the end of the day, maybe they're just getting what they deserve because they didn't make a good movie. And maybe Marvel's getting what they deserve with the high scores because maybe they made a great movie. Right. But then again, who are you going to trust? A bunch of critics who've shown time and time again that they can and will be objective, or someone that was fired by Marvel who seems to hate every decision they make and shits on them? I don't know, you tell me.
You know what we like? We like comic book shirts, and we like comic book shirts that we can't find just anywhere. such as our TeePublic shop. TeePublic is all 100% original creations by fans of the material. All sorts of one-of-a-kind shirt you can only buy there, so make sure you check it out at our TeePublic shop or check it out in the description below to go straight there and see some amazing one-of-a-kind shirts.